Staying hydrated is one of the most important habits to keep the kidneys healthy and to protect the body from many diseases. Water is the fuel that helps the kidneys perform their natural function of filtering waste products from the blood and keeping the balance of fluids and electrolytes in the body. When a person drinks enough water every day, the kidneys are able to flush out toxins effectively and reduce the risk of infections or stones that may form when the body is dehydrated. The simple act of drinking water regularly can make a huge difference in maintaining kidney health and overall well-being. When the body is dehydrated, the blood becomes more concentrated and the kidneys have to work harder to filter it over time. This extra strain can weaken them and lead to long-term damage. People who do not drink enough water often complain about fatigue, headaches, and problems with digestion because every system in the body relies on proper hydration to function smoothly. The kidneys in particular cannot work properly if the body does not provide them with adequate fluids. Water helps prevent the formation of kidney stones because it dilutes the substances in the urine that could turn into crystals and later stones. By staying hydrated, a person reduces the chances of painful kidney stones and the complications that come with them. Another benefit of drinking enough water is the prevention of urinary tract infections. The kidneys are part of the urinary system, and when water intake is low, bacteria can grow more easily in the bladder and urinary tract, causing infections. Drinking water helps flush these bacteria out before they can cause damage. Hydration also supports healthy blood pressure levels, which is crucial because high blood pressure is a major cause of kidney disease. Water maintains the flexibility of blood vessels and promotes better circulation, making it easier for the heart to pump blood without putting excess stress on the kidneys. It is not just about drinking large amounts of water at one time, but about maintaining a steady habit of hydration throughout the day. Small and consistent sips are better than long gaps followed by heavy intake, because the kidneys process water more efficiently when it is supplied in balance. A healthy adult usually needs around 8 to 10 glasses of water a day, though this can vary depending on climate activity level and overall health. People who sweat a lot because of exercise or hot weather may need more fluids, while those with certain medical conditions may need to adjust their intake as advised by their doctor. Hydration does not only come from water alone, but water remains the best and purest source. Other drinks like juices, tea, or milk provide fluids, but they may also contain sugars or additives that are not good in excess. Drinking soda or energy drinks may quench thirst temporarily, but they can burden the kidneys because of high sugar, caffeine, and chemical content. That is why clean water is the safest option to support kidney health without adding unnecessary stress. Drinking water before feeling extremely thirsty is a good practice because thirst is already a sign that the body is slightly dehydrated. Developing the discipline to sip water regularly throughout the day helps avoid reaching that point. Hydration also plays a role in maintaining a healthy weight. Drinking water before meals can reduce overeating because it creates a feeling of fullness. This indirectly protects the kidneys because excess weight and obesity are risk factors for conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure, which are leading causes of kidney disease. Water also boosts metabolism and helps the body break down nutrients, more effectively reducing the load on the kidneys. When digestion is smooth and balanced, the kidneys are not overworked in filtering waste. The color of urine can be a natural indicator of hydration. Dark yellow urine often signals dehydration, while light yellow or clear urine suggests that the body is well hydrated. Paying attention to these small signs helps people stay aware of their hydration status without complicated tests. Making hydration a daily routine can prevent many long-term health issues. People who stay hydrated feel more energetic, more focused, and less likely to suffer from fatigue, headaches, or dizziness, which are all common signs of dehydration. Another point to remember is that hydration needs may increase with age. As people grow older, their sense of thirst becomes weaker, and they may not feel the urge to drink water even when the body requires it. This makes older adults more vulnerable to dehydration and kidney issues, encouraging regular fluid. Intake among the elderly is important for protecting their kidneys and keeping their overall health stable. Children also need enough water to support their growing bodies and active lifestyles. Teaching them to choose water over sugary drinks builds a strong foundation for lifelong kidney health. Hydration is also linked with healthy skin joints and muscles, which shows that the benefits of water extend beyond the kidneys. Still, the kidneys are the main organs that rely directly on hydration to perform their cleansing role. Without sufficient water, the toxins in the blood can build up and cause damage to different organs. Staying hydrated is not just about preventing discomfort like kidney stones or infections, but about keeping the entire internal system clean, balanced, and strong. In conclusion, staying hydrated is a simple habit, but one with powerful effects on kidney health and disease prevention. Drinking enough clean water each day helps the kidneys filter waste control, blood pressure, prevent stones and infections, and support overall body functions. The practice of regular hydration should be seen as a natural medicine that keeps the body in balance and protects it from long-term harm by making water intake a priority. Every day, a person gives their kidneys the support they need to function efficiently and remain strong throughout life. Eating a balanced diet is one of the most powerful habits to protect kidney health and to prevent many diseases. The kidneys are responsible for filtering waste and excess substances from the blood, and the kind of food we eat has a direct effect on how hard they have to work. A diet full of natural whole foods, like fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean protein sources, keeps the kidneys functioning smoothly, while processed foods, sugary drinks, and high-salt snacks add unnecessary strain to them. When people choose a balanced diet, they support their kidneys in maintaining the right balance of minerals, electrolytes, and fluids, which is essential for overall health. The modern lifestyle has made it easy to consume too much processed food high in salt, sugar, and unhealthy fats. These foods not only stress the kidneys, but also increase the risk of obesity, diabetes, and high blood pressure, which are leading causes of chronic kidney disease. On the other hand, when meals are prepared with whole and fresh ingredients, the body receives vitamins, minerals, fiber, and antioxidants that keep the blood clean and easy for the kidneys to filter. For example, eating leafy greens, fruits, beans, and nuts provides nutrients without overwhelming the kidneys with harmful chemicals. A balanced diet means eating in moderation and avoiding extremes. So the kidneys never face overload. Protein is an important part of a healthy diet, but too much protein, especially from red meat, can burden the kidneys. Because breaking down protein creates more waste products the kidneys must filter. Choosing lean protein sources like fish, chicken, beans, lentils, and eggs is a safer option and helps maintain muscle and strength without harming kidney function. People with existing kidney issues often need to manage their protein intake carefully, as advised by doctors, but even healthy people benefit from a moderate approach. Balance is always the key, since the body needs protein, but not in excess. Salt is another critical factor. A diet high in sodium raises blood pressure and damages blood vessels over time, which directly affects the kidneys. Since the kidneys filter the blood, they are among the first organs harmed by high blood pressure. Processed and packaged foods are loaded with hidden salt, and avoiding them is one of the easiest ways to reduce kidney stress. Using natural herbs and spices instead of excess salt can keep meals tasty while supporting kidney health. Fresh garlic, lemon, ginger, and pepper can replace unhealthy seasonings and promote both heart and kidney wellness. A balanced diet respects the body by giving it what it needs without unnecessary burden. Fruits and vegetables are essential for kidney health because they provide fiber, antioxidants, and hydration. Many fruits like apples, berries, and oranges help reduce inflammation and protect the kidneys from damage. Vegetables like spinach, broccoli, and carrots offer vitamins and minerals that regulate blood pressure and blood sugar levels, thus reducing risks of kidney problems. A colorful plate filled with different fruits and vegetables supplies a range of protective nutrients and prevents the body from becoming too acidic or overloaded with toxins. Fiber in plant foods also supports digestion and prevents constipation, which indirectly helps the kidneys by reducing waste buildup. Whole grains are another important element of a balanced diet because they release energy slowly and help maintain stable blood sugar levels. Refined carbs like white bread and sugary cereals spike blood sugar and force the kidneys to work harder over time. High blood sugar is one of the main causes of kidney disease in diabetic patients, so choosing whole grains such as brown rice, oats, quinoa, and whole wheat bread protects the kidneys and the entire circulatory system. By balancing carbohydrates and avoiding excess sugar, people give their kidneys a lighter workload and reduce long-term risks. Hydration also connects with diet because many foods contain water that supports kidney function. Fresh fruits and vegetables naturally contribute to hydration, while processed snacks like chips or fried foods dehydrate the body. Drinking enough water along with eating water-rich foods keeps the kidneys flushing toxins effectively and prevents stones or infections. This is why people who eat a balanced diet of natural foods often experience better kidney function since their meals naturally complement. Hydration needs. A balanced diet also involves maintaining a healthy weight since being overweight increases the risk of high blood pressure and diabetes, which harm the kidneys. Eating more plant-based foods and fewer fatty, fried, or sugary items helps control weight and lowers the strain on the kidneys. Portion control is important because even healthy foods can cause weight gain if eaten in excess. Eating slowly, listening to hunger signals, and avoiding overeating are part of a balanced approach that allows the kidneys to function without stress-limiting alcohol, and avoiding excessive caffeine are also parts of a kidney-friendly diet. Alcohol dehydrates the body and damages kidney cells when consumed in large amounts, while too much caffeine can raise blood pressure. Moderation is the safest choice. A person who eats balanced meals with proper hydration and limited harmful substances gives their kidneys the best chance to stay healthy for life. Another advantage of a balanced diet is that it reduces inflammation and oxidative stress in the body. Antioxidants found in foods like berries, nuts, and green vegetables neutralize harmful free radicals that can damage kidney cells. This natural protection cannot be replaced by supplements alone, because whole foods provide the right combination of nutrients in their natural form. A lifestyle centered on balanced eating strengthens the immune system, reduces the risk of infections, and supports every organ, including the kidneys. In conclusion, eating a balanced diet is not just about maintaining energy or weight. It is about protecting the kidneys and preventing diseases that could damage them. Choosing whole fresh foods, low-salt meals, moderate protein, and healthy portions keeps the kidneys working efficiently and reduces risks of stones infections, high blood pressure, and diabetes. The daily choices people make at the table directly affect their kidney health for years to come, and by respecting balance, they protect not only their kidneys but their entire body from long-term harm. Controlling salt intake is one of the most effective ways to protect kidney health and to prevent a wide range of serious diseases. The kidneys act as filters in the body, and they work to maintain the balance of minerals and fluids in the blood. When the diet is overloaded with salt, the body is forced to retain water in order to balance the high sodium levels. This extra water increases blood volume and raises blood pressure, which puts heavy strain on the kidneys as well as the heart and blood vessels. High blood pressure is one of the leading causes of kidney damage and kidney failure, so reducing salt consumption is essential for long-term health. Many people consume more salt than their bodies need without realizing it. Processed foods, canned goods, frozen meals, fast food snacks, and restaurant dishes are often loaded with hidden sodium even when they do not taste very salty. The daily requirement for sodium is actually very small, and most people eat far beyond that limit. Without paying attention, this chronic overload makes the kidneys work harder every single day, and over time this leads to scarring and reduced function. A diet high in salt is not only linked to kidney disease, but also to heart disease, strokes, and bone problems because it interferes with calcium balance. Learning to control salt intake begins with awareness. Reading labels on packaged foods is one of the most important habits to build, since sodium is often hidden under names like monosodium, glutamate baking soda, or sodium nitrate. Choosing fresh, natural foods instead of processed options is one of the simplest ways to cut down on excess sodium. Cooking at home allows complete control over the ingredients and makes it easier to flavor. Meals with natural spices, herbs, garlic, lemon, and vinegar, instead of relying on salt to create taste. This not only protects the kidneys, but also makes food healthier and more enjoyable. Another benefit of reducing salt intake is the positive effect on blood pressure. People who lower their sodium consumption often see a drop in blood pressure within weeks. High blood pressure damages the small blood vessels in the kidneys, making it difficult for them to filter blood effectively. By lowering salt in the diet, the vessels remain flexible and healthy, allowing steady blood flow and reducing strain on the kidneys. This also decreases the risk of developing chronic kidney disease and other related complications like heart attacks and strokes. People often believe that avoiding the salt shaker is enough to control sodium, but in reality, more than 70% of the salt consumed comes from packaged and processed foods. This includes bread, cereals, sauces, soups, pickles, and snacks like chips and crackers. Even items that are not obviously salty, like breakfast cereals or bakery goods, may contain surprising amounts of sodium. That is why awareness and careful choices are necessary. It is not about removing salt completely from the diet, but about keeping it at a level where the body can handle it without stress. Controlling salt intake also helps reduce the risk of kidney stones. High sodium in the urine increases calcium excretion, which raises the chances of stone formation. These stones are painful and can damage kidney tissue over time. By limiting salt, people reduce calcium loss and create a healthier balance in the urinary system, which keeps the kidneys safe. A lower salt diet also supports bone strength, since calcium is preserved in the body instead of being flushed out unnecessarily. Children and elderly people are especially sensitive to the effects of high-salt diets. Teaching children from an early age to enjoy fresh fruits, vegetables, and lightly seasoned meals helps them grow with healthy kidneys and lowers their risk of hypertension later in life. Older adults often lose sensitivity to taste and may add more salt to their meals without realizing the danger. Encouraging the use of herbs and natural flavorings instead of salt helps protect their kidneys while still keeping food enjoyable. Families can benefit together when everyone reduces salt intake and supports each other in making healthier food choices. Another factor to consider is that controlling salt also reduces bloating and water retention, which makes people feel lighter and more energetic. Excess salt causes the body to hold onto fluid, leading to swelling in the ankles, face, and hands. This is not only uncomfortable but also a sign that the kidneys and heart are under strain. By reducing sodium, people experience better fluid balance and improved energy levels, along with protection for their internal organs. Restaurants and fast food chains often add large amounts of salt to meals to enhance flavor and preserve food. People who eat out frequently may not notice how much sodium they are consuming. Choosing grilled, steamed, or fresh options, asking for sauces on the side, and avoiding fried or heavily seasoned items are strategies that can help control intake. Drinking plenty of water also supports the kidneys in flushing out excess sodium and maintaining healthy function. Combining lower sodium meals with proper hydration is one of the strongest ways to protect the kidneys from overload. In addition to dietary changes, regular monitoring of blood pressure is important for anyone concerned about salt intake. Since high blood pressure often develops silently without symptoms, it can harm the kidneys for years before being detected. By lowering salt consumption and checking blood pressure regularly, people can catch early warning signs and make adjustments before permanent damage occurs. Prevention is always easier than treatment, and reducing salt is one of the simplest preventive measures available. The goal of controlling salt intake is not to eliminate flavor from food, but to create balance. When the taste buds adjust to less salt, natural flavors of food become more noticeable and satisfying. People often discover that fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins have plenty of taste on their own without needing large amounts of sodium. Over time, cravings for heavily salted food decrease and healthier choices become more appealing. This makes it easier to stick with a kidney-friendly diet in the long run. In conclusion, controlling salt intake is a habit that protects the kidneys, preserves blood pressure, maintains healthy circulation, and prevents painful conditions like kidney stones. It reduces strain on the filtering system of the body and prevents long-term diseases that could shorten life and reduce quality of health. By becoming aware of hidden sodium in foods, making fresh choices, cooking at home, and using natural flavorings, people can significantly reduce their salt consumption and protect their kidneys for life. The practice of moderation is simple, but its benefits are powerful, keeping the kidneys strong and the body free from many preventable diseases. Exercising regularly is one of the most important habits that protects kidney health and keeps the whole body functioning at its best. The kidneys are sensitive organs that depend on good circulation, balanced body weight, and stable blood pressure to work properly. When a person makes exercise a regular part of daily life, the body becomes stronger, the blood flows more smoothly, and the kidneys are able to filter waste more effectively. Movement improves the efficiency of the heart and lungs, which supply oxygen to every organ, including the kidneys. This support helps prevent many diseases that could harm kidney function in the long run. One of the main benefits of regular exercise is weight control. Excess body weight increases the risk of diabetes and high blood pressure, which are the two leading causes of kidney disease. People who are overweight or obese put extra strain on their kidneys because the body produces more waste for the kidneys to filter. Losing weight through consistent physical activity lightens this burden and allows the kidneys to work more efficiently. Even small amounts of weight loss can improve blood sugar levels and blood pressure, reducing risks of long-term damage. Exercise combined with healthy eating creates the foundation for kidney protection and overall wellness. Exercise also plays a major role in controlling blood pressure, which is essential for kidney health. High blood pressure damages the tiny blood vessels inside the kidneys, making it harder for them to filter blood properly. This condition can develop silently, without clear symptoms for many years, until serious harm occurs. Regular physical activity keeps blood vessels flexible, lowers tension in the arteries, and reduces the risk of hypertension. This protective effect makes exercise one of the most natural and powerful medicines for the kidneys. Walking, jogging, swimming, cycling, or even light stretching and yoga can contribute to lowering blood pressure and improving kidney function. Another important effect of exercise is better blood sugar regulation. Muscles use glucose as fuel during physical activity, which lowers blood sugar levels naturally. This is especially important for people at risk of or already living with diabetes, since uncontrolled blood sugar is a major cause of kidney damage. Exercise makes the body more sensitive to insulin, which means glucose moves from the bloodstream into the cells more efficiently. By keeping blood sugar under control, regular exercise prevents the kidneys from being overloaded with excess sugar and waste products. Exercise also improves circulation and increases oxygen delivery throughout the body. The kidneys filter around 50 gallons of blood every day, and good circulation ensures that they receive enough oxygen and nutrients to perform this task effectively. Regular movement reduces stiffness in the arteries and keeps blood flowing smoothly, which helps maintain healthy kidney tissue. Poor circulation, on the other hand, limits oxygen supply and can lead to gradual kidney weakness. This shows how daily activity supports the kidneys directly by enhancing blood flow. Another advantage of exercise is stress reduction. Chronic stress raises Blood pressure increases harmful hormones and weakens immune function, which can indirectly harm the kidneys. Physical activity stimulates the release of endorphins and other chemicals that relax the body, reduce anxiety, and promote better sleep. Lower stress levels mean lower risk of hypertension and improved kidney protection. This mind-body connection highlights the importance of exercise not only for physical health, but also for emotional balance, which contributes to overall kidney. Wellness. Regular exercise also helps manage cholesterol levels and supports heart health, which are closely tied to kidney health. The heart and kidneys work together to keep blood clean and circulating efficiently. When cholesterol levels rise, arteries can become clogged and blood flow to the kidneys is restricted. This increases the risk of kidney disease as well as heart disease. Physical activity raises good cholesterol, lowers bad cholesterol, and keeps arteries clear for steady blood supply to the kidneys. Protecting the heart through exercise automatically protects the kidneys as well. Different forms of exercise offer unique benefits, and people can choose activities that suit their lifestyle and fitness level. Walking is one of the simplest and most effective exercises, requiring no special equipment, yet offering great benefits for circulation, weight control, and blood pressure. Yoga and stretching improve flexibility and reduce stress, while strength training builds muscles that use glucose more effectively. Swimming and cycling provide cardiovascular benefits without putting too much stress on the joints. Each person can find the right combination that keeps them consistent, which is the most important factor in long-term kidney protection. Hydration during exercise is another factor to consider. Since the kidneys regulate fluid balance, it is important to drink enough water when engaging in physical activity. Sweating releases fluids and electrolytes, and if these are not replaced, the kidneys may become stressed from dehydration. Drinking water before, during, and after exercise helps maintain fluid balance, supports kidney function, and prevents stones or infections. This shows how exercise and hydration work together to keep the kidneys safe and strong. Consistency is the key to gaining the full benefits of exercise. Sporadic intense activity may cause injury or stress, while moderate regular exercise builds lasting protection for the kidneys. Health. Experts recommend at least 150 minutes of moderate exercise each week, which can be divided into manageable sessions of 20 to 30 minutes daily. People who sit for long periods should also take breaks to stand, stretch, and walk, since even light movement improves circulation and reduces kidney strain. Making exercise a routine rather than an occasional event ensures that the kidneys receive continuous support. Age should not be a barrier to exercise, since physical activity can be adapted to different life stages. Children benefit from outdoor play sports and active hobbies that build healthy habits for the future. Adults can combine cardiovascular activity with strength and flexibility, training to maintain balance, while older adults can focus on walking, light resistance exercises, and stretching to protect their kidneys and overall health. Regular activity at every age keeps the body resilient and reduces the risk of chronic disease. In conclusion, exercising regularly is a habit that provides powerful protection for the kidneys by controlling weight, regulating blood pressure, stabilizing blood sugar, improving circulation, reducing stress, and strengthening the heart. The kidneys thrive when the body is active because every organ system supports their work of filtering waste and balancing fluids. A lifestyle that includes consistent exercise reduces the risk of diabetes, hypertension, and cardiovascular disease, all of which threaten kidney function. By moving the body every day and making exercise a natural part of life, people give their kidneys the support they need to stay healthy, strong, and effective throughout life. Avoiding excessive painkillers and unnecessary medications is one of the most important steps to protect the kidneys and prevent long-term disease. The kidneys are responsible for filtering waste products from the blood and balancing fluids, electrolytes, and hormones in the body. When too many medications are taken, especially without medical advice, the kidneys are forced to filter a higher load of chemicals. Many of these drugs create byproducts that can irritate or damage the delicate tissues of the kidneys. Over time, constant exposure to high doses of painkillers or unnecessary pills can reduce kidney function and may even lead to kidney failure. Painkillers like ibuprofen, naproxen, and other non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs are among the most common medications that affect the kidneys. People often use them for headaches, back pain, or minor injuries without realizing their potential harm. These medicines work by reducing inflammation, but they also decrease blood flow to the kidneys. Less blood flow means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reaching the kidney tissues, which puts them under stress. Occasional use in small doses may not cause serious damage, but regular or heavy use can be dangerous. The damage often happens slowly and silently, so a person may not notice until the kidneys are already weakened. Unnecessary use of antibiotics and other drugs also harms the kidneys. Antibiotics are powerful medicines that fight infections, but they can irritate the kidneys. If taken too often or without real need, self-medication is a common problem where people take antibiotics or painkillers without consulting a doctor. This habit increases the risk of side effects, kidney damage, and even resistance to medicines. When the kidneys are repeatedly exposed to unnecessary chemicals, they struggle to keep the body clean and balanced, which leads to health problems beyond the kidneys themselves. Another issue with excessive medication use is the interaction between different drugs. Many people, especially older adults, take several medicines at once for various health conditions. Some of these combinations can be toxic to the kidneys if not monitored carefully. Only a healthcare professional can decide which medicines are necessary and at what dose. Taking supplements, herbs, or over-the-counter drugs without guidance adds more pressure to the kidneys because every substance must be filtered. Even natural remedies may carry risks when taken in excess or combined with other medicines, so balance and medical advice are always needed. The culture of quick fixes and immediate relief often leads people to rely on pills instead of addressing the real causes of pain or illness. For example, someone with regular headaches may keep taking painkillers instead of checking their diet, hydration, sleep, or stress levels. While the pills mask the symptoms, they do not solve the root problem, and the kidneys pay the price for constant exposure to chemicals. Choosing healthier alternatives like stretching, relaxation, drinking enough water, or improving posture can relieve pain without damaging the kidneys. This approach supports long-term health instead of creating hidden risks. Regular checkups are important for people who need to take medications for chronic conditions. Some drugs, such as those used for high blood pressure, diabetes, or infections, are necessary, but they must be used under supervision. Doctors often order blood tests and urine tests to make sure the kidneys are working properly while the patient is on medication. Ignoring these tests or skipping medical guidance increases the chance of silent kidney damage. Staying informed about the side effects of medicines and asking doctors about safer alternatives are simple but effective ways to protect kidney function. People who already have kidney problems must be especially careful with medications since their kidneys cannot filter drugs as efficiently as healthy ones. For them, even small doses of painkillers or antibiotics can cause harm. Doctors usually recommend adjusted doses or alternative treatments in such cases, but self-medication can be very dangerous. Using natural lifestyle changes, such as balanced diet, exercise, proper hydration, and stress management can often reduce the need for painkillers and protect the kidneys from additional stress. This shows how prevention and moderation are more powerful than constant reliance on medicine. Hydration plays a role in how medicines affect the kidneys. Drinking enough water helps the body flush out drug residues and reduces the chance of damage. Dehydration combined with painkiller use is especially harmful since the kidneys are already under strain from lack of fluids and then must filter strong chemicals at the same time. That is why people should avoid taking painkillers on an empty stomach or when dehydrated unless absolutely necessary. Water and balanced meals help the body handle medicines more safely and lower. The risks of kidney stress education and awareness are key to avoiding unnecessary medications. Many people are not aware that something as common as daily use of painkillers for minor aches could harm their kidneys. Public health. Campaigns and family guidance can help people understand the dangers and encourage safer choices. Parents can also teach children not to rely on medicines for every small complaint, and instead promote natural methods of relief. By creating awareness, across generations, society can reduce the rising cases of kidney disease caused by careless drug use. In conclusion, avoiding excessive painkillers and unnecessary medications is a vital habit to maintain kidney health. The kidneys work tirelessly every day to filter the blood and keep the body balanced, but they can only handle so much chemical exposure. Using painkillers or other drugs only when truly necessary, under the advice of a healthcare professional, keeps the kidneys safe and strong. People should avoid self-medication, limit over-the-counter drug use, and focus on lifestyle habits that reduce the need for pills. This approach not only protects the kidneys but also improves overall health, making life more sustainable and free from preventable diseases. Monitoring blood pressure and blood sugar is one of the most important habits to protect kidney health and prevent disease. The kidneys are sensitive organs that depend on steady blood flow and balanced sugar levels to work properly. High blood pressure and uncontrolled blood sugar are the two leading causes of kidney damage and kidney failure. They damage the tiny blood vessels and filtering units inside the kidneys, making it harder for them to clean the blood and maintain balance in the body. This damage often develops silently over years, which is why regular monitoring is so important, because it allows problems to be detected early and managed before permanent harm occurs. Blood pressure is the force of blood pushing against the walls of the arteries. When it is too high, it puts stress on the blood vessels throughout the body, especially the small, delicate vessels in the kidneys. Over time, these vessels can become stiff, narrow, or scarred, which reduces the kidney's ability to filter waste properly. High blood pressure also increases the risk of heart disease and stroke, which further complicates kidney health. Checking blood pressure at home with a digital monitor or at a clinic is a simple habit that provides valuable information about how well the body is functioning. People who monitor their blood pressure regularly are more likely to notice early changes and take steps to control them. Blood sugar levels are equally important because high sugar damages the kidneys in a different way. When glucose levels stay high in the bloodstream, the kidneys must filter more sugar than normal. This constant overload wears down the filtering units called nephrons and eventually leads to diabetic kidney disease, which is one of the most common reasons for kidney failure. Monitoring blood sugar levels with a glucometer at home helps people understand how their diet, exercise, and daily habits affect their body. This knowledge allows them to make adjustments before damage occurs. Consistent monitoring is especially important for people with diabetes or those at risk of developing it because early action makes a big difference. A balanced lifestyle works together with monitoring to protect kidney health. When people see that their blood pressure is rising, they can reduce salt intake, exercise more, manage stress, and lose weight to bring it down naturally. If blood sugar readings are high, they can adjust meals by reducing sugary and processed foods, increasing fiber, and including regular activity. This cycle of checking and adjusting helps the kidneys by keeping both blood pressure and blood sugar within safe ranges without creating extra strain. Ignoring these numbers and hoping for the best only allows silent damage to continue unchecked. The problem with both high blood pressure and high blood sugar is that they often cause no symptoms in the beginning. A person may feel perfectly fine while damage is already happening inside the kidneys. That is why they are sometimes called silent killers. By the time symptoms appear, such as swelling, fatigue, or frequent urination, the kidneys may already be seriously damaged. Regular monitoring prevents this hidden harm from progressing unnoticed early. Detection gives people the power to reverse or slow down the damage through lifestyle changes and medical treatment. If needed, another benefit of monitoring is motivation. When people track their blood pressure and blood sugar, they can see the results of their efforts clearly. For example, after eating healthier meals, walking daily, or drinking enough water, the numbers may improve. This encourages them to continue their good habits. On the other hand, if readings remain high, they know they must take stronger action or consult a doctor for further guidance. Either way, the kidneys benefit because action is taken before the situation becomes severe. Doctors often recommend specific targets for blood pressure and blood sugar. For most adults, keeping blood pressure below 120/80 is considered healthy, while readings consistently above 130/80 may signal a problem. For blood sugar, fasting levels below 100 are normal, while higher numbers may indicate pre-diabetes or diabetes. Monitoring at home helps people stay within these ranges and provides useful information for doctors to adjust treatment plans. It creates a partnership between the patient and healthcare provider where both can work together to protect the kidneys. Lifestyle habits make monitoring more effective. A person who tracks numbers but continues eating salty processed foods or avoids exercise will not see improvement. The true power comes from combining monitoring with action. Reducing sodium, eating whole grains, fruits, vegetables, and lean protein. Staying active, managing stress, and getting enough sleep all contribute to stable readings and healthier kidneys. Monitoring acts like a guide that shows whether these habits are working and where changes are needed. Without monitoring, it is easy to underestimate the problem or ignore it until too late. Technology has made monitoring easier than ever. Home blood pressure monitors are affordable and simple to use, while glucometers allow quick finger prick tests that provide instant sugar readings. Many devices even store results or connect to smartphones, so trends can be tracked over time. This data helps doctors see the bigger picture and make better recommendations. People who take advantage of these tools are more likely to maintain healthy kidneys and avoid complications. Using technology wisely turns monitoring into a daily habit that feels natural and empowering. It is also important to involve family members in monitoring habits. High blood pressure and diabetes often run in families, and encouraging everyone to check their numbers creates a supportive environment. Parents can teach children about healthy choices and the importance of balance, while adults can motivate each other to stay consistent. This collective awareness reduces the burden of kidney disease across generations and creates a culture of prevention rather than treatment. Families that monitor together are more likely to make healthy meals, exercise regularly, and remind each other about regular checkups, which strengthens kidney protection. In conclusion, monitoring blood pressure and blood sugar is a simple habit with life-saving benefits. The kidneys are silent workers that need steady blood flow and balanced sugar levels to function without strain. By checking numbers regularly, people can detect early warning signs, make changes to their lifestyle, and seek medical advice before damage becomes permanent. This habit, combined with healthy eating, exercise, stress control, and hydration, creates a strong shield against kidney disease and other complications. Consistency is the key, because monitoring only works when it is done regularly, not just once in a while. By respecting these numbers and acting on them, people give their kidneys the support they need to stay strong and healthy for a lifetime. Quitting smoking and limiting alcohol are habits that play a major role in protecting the kidneys and preventing disease. The kidneys depend on a steady supply of oxygen-rich blood to filter waste and maintain balance in the body. Smoking damages blood vessels and reduces the flow of blood, which means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reach the kidneys. Over time, this weakens their function and increases the risk of kidney disease. Smoking also raises blood pressure and speeds up the progression of existing kidney problems. It is a habit that creates harm not only to the lungs and heart, but also directly to the kidneys, which silently suffer from reduced circulation and constant exposure to toxins. Cigarettes contain thousands of chemicals, many of which are poisonous and damage tissues throughout the body. Every puff of smoke introduces these toxins into the bloodstream, and since the kidneys filter the blood, they are exposed to these harmful substances more than most organs. This constant exposure accelerates scarring in the kidney tissue and reduces their ability to filter effectively. Smoking also increases the risk of certain cancers, including kidney cancer, making it a double threat. People who quit smoking give their kidneys an immediate advantage because circulation improves, blood pressure stabilizes, and harmful chemicals are no longer entering the bloodstream at the same level. Alcohol has its own dangers for kidney health. When consumed in large amounts, alcohol dehydrates the body, forcing the kidneys to work harder to regulate fluids and electrolytes. Dehydration makes it difficult for the kidneys to flush out toxins effectively, which increases the risk of kidney stones and infections. Chronic heavy drinking can also cause long-term damage by raising blood pressure and damaging liver function, which indirectly harms the kidneys since the two organs work closely together. The liver breaks down alcohol and the kidneys filter the byproducts. When both organs are under strain, they weaken each other and overall health declines. Moderation is the key when it comes to alcohol. For many adults, small amounts may not cause serious harm, but regular heavy drinking is dangerous for the kidneys as well. As the heart and liver, limiting alcohol to occasional use in small quantities allows the kidneys to function without overload and prevents dehydration. Choosing water or natural drinks instead of alcohol keeps the body hydrated and reduces stress on the kidneys. People who replace frequent drinking with healthier habits like exercise, hobbies, or social activities protect their kidneys and improve their quality of life. Quitting smoking and reducing alcohol are also important for controlling blood pressure and blood sugar. Both of these factors are critical for kidney health. Smoking narrows blood vessels, which raises blood pressure, while alcohol contains calories and sugars that can destabilize blood sugar levels. High blood pressure and high blood sugar are the two leading causes of kidney failure, so avoiding substances that worsen them is essential. When people give up smoking and cut back on alcohol, they lower these risks significantly and give their kidneys the conditions they need to remain healthy. Another point to consider is that smoking and alcohol weaken the immune system. This makes the body more vulnerable to infections, including urinary tract infections, which can travel to the kidneys and cause damage. The kidneys are less able to defend themselves when toxins from smoking and alcohol are constantly weakening the body. Quitting these habits strengthens immunity and helps the kidneys resist infections more effectively. This natural protection cannot be replaced by medicines because it comes from reducing harmful exposures and allowing the body to heal itself. The benefits of quitting smoking and limiting alcohol appear quickly. Circulation improves within weeks of stopping cigarettes. Blood pressure begins to stabilize and energy levels rise. The kidneys immediately benefit from the improved flow of oxygen and nutrients and the absence of toxic chemicals. Over time, the risk of kidney disease, cancer, and other complications drops significantly. With alcohol, the benefits also come quickly. Drinking less reduces dehydration, improves hydration balance, and lowers the burden on both the kidneys and liver. People often notice better sleep, digestion, and energy when they reduce or quit alcohol, showing how closely these habits are linked to overall health. It is also important to recognize the combined effect of smoking and alcohol on the kidneys. Many people use both together, which multiplies the harm. The body must deal with toxins from cigarettes and alcohol at the same time, while also facing dehydration, high blood pressure, and poor circulation. This combination accelerates kidney damage much faster than either habit alone. Quitting both, or at least taking strong steps to reduce them, drastically improves the chances of protecting kidney function. For the long-term support systems are often needed to quit smoking and limit alcohol, because these habits can be addictive. Friends, family, and healthcare professionals play a major role in helping people stay motivated and consistent. Nicotine replacement therapy, counseling, support groups, and healthy lifestyle changes all make quitting easier. For alcohol, reducing triggers, finding healthier ways to relax, and seeking professional advice when needed are effective strategies. The key is persistence, because the benefits for the kidneys and overall health are worth the effort. Another factor is the example set for future generations. Children and young adults often pick up habits they see in their families. When adults quit smoking and limit alcohol, they not only protect their own kidneys, but also inspire healthier lifestyles in their children and communities. This ripple effect reduces the overall burden of kidney disease across society and creates a culture of prevention rather than treatment. It shows that small personal choices can have lasting benefits beyond the individual. In conclusion, quitting smoking and limiting alcohol are two of the most powerful habits for protecting the kidneys and preventing disease. Both habits directly harm the kidneys through toxins, dehydration, high blood pressure, and reduced circulation, and both contribute to long-term risks such as kidney failure and cancer. By eliminating cigarettes and keeping alcohol to a minimum, people give their kidneys a healthier environment to function and prevent the slow, silent damage that often goes unnoticed until it is too late. The kidneys thrive in a clean, well-balanced system, and quitting these harmful habits ensures they remain strong and effective throughout life. Getting regular checkups is one of the most effective ways to protect kidney health and prevent diseases that often develop without obvious warning signs. The kidneys work quietly every day to filter waste and balance fluids, yet their decline can happen slowly and silently, making it difficult to notice until the damage is advanced. By visiting a healthcare professional for regular tests, people can detect small changes early and take action before the situation becomes serious. This habit not only protects the kidneys, but also supports the entire body, because many diseases that affect the kidneys, such as high blood pressure and diabetes, can be discovered during routine checkups. A regular checkup usually involves simple procedures, like blood pressure measurement, blood tests, and urine tests. These may seem basic, but they provide powerful information about how well the kidneys are functioning. Blood tests, such as creatinine and glomerular filtration rate, show how efficiently the kidneys are filtering waste, while urine tests can reveal protein or blood in the urine, which are often early warning signs of kidney trouble. Catching these issues early means they can be managed through lifestyle changes, medication, or monitoring before they lead to chronic kidney disease or kidney failure. For people with risk factors such as high blood pressure, diabetes, family history of kidney disease, obesity, or smoking, regular checkups are even more important. These individuals are more likely to develop kidney problems and may not feel symptoms until the condition is advanced. Routine monitoring ensures that any changes are detected quickly and treatment can begin right away. Instead of waiting for pain or complications, regular visits create opportunities to prevent progression and protect overall health. This proactive approach saves time, money, and stress. In the long run, checkups also help people stay informed about their overall health, because the kidneys are closely connected to other organs such as the heart and liver. Doctors can use regular examinations to identify related problems. High blood pressure, for example, is both a cause and a result of kidney disease, so monitoring it carefully prevents damage to both systems. Blood sugar control is another area where regular checkups matter, because uncontrolled diabetes is a leading cause of kidney failure. These connections show that routine health care is not just about kidneys, but about protecting the entire body. Many people avoid checkups because they feel healthy or because they fear bad news, but this is a dangerous approach. Kidney disease often progresses without symptoms until it is severe. At that stage, treatment is more difficult and options may be limited. Early detection, on the other hand, gives people the chance to make small, manageable changes, such as improving diet, reducing salt, exercising, or adjusting medications. These adjustments can preserve kidney function for many years. and avoid the need for dialysis or transplant, which are stressful and costly treatments. Another benefit of regular checkups is medication management. As people age or develop chronic conditions, they may take multiple drugs for different health issues. Without monitoring, some of these medicines can harm the kidneys or interact in harmful ways. A doctor can review all prescriptions during a checkup and adjust doses to ensure the kidneys are not overloaded. This simple step can prevent silent kidney damage and help patients get the maximum benefit from their treatments without unnecessary risk. Preventive screenings during checkups are also valuable. Imaging tests, such as ultrasounds, can detect kidney stones, cysts, or structural issues. Before they cause pain or infection, blood pressure and cholesterol checks help identify cardiovascular risks, which are closely linked with kidney health. By keeping all systems balanced, the kidneys receive less stress and remain strong. These preventive measures are far easier and less costly than treating advanced kidney disease, which often requires hospitalization and lifelong care. Lifestyle guidance is another part of regular checkups. Doctors and health professionals can provide personalized advice based on the results of tests and physical exams. This advice may include specific dietary changes like reducing sodium or protein intake, or recommendations for physical activity tailored to a patient's condition. Such guidance ensures that individuals are not only reacting to problems, but actively building habits that protect their kidneys over time. Personalized care from regular visits provides clarity and confidence that general advice cannot always deliver. Checkups also create accountability. People are more likely to follow healthy habits when they know their progress will be measured regularly. Seeing improvements in blood pressure, weight, blood sugar, or kidney function during visits can be motivating, while identifying setbacks early provides a chance to correct them before serious damage occurs. This continuous cycle of monitoring, encouragement, and adjustment builds long-term protection for kidney health and overall well-being. Regular checkups also reduce the emotional burden of uncertainty. Many people worry about their health but do not take action until something goes wrong. Routine visits give peace of mind because they provide clear information about what is working well and what needs attention. This sense of control lowers stress, which itself benefits kidney health, since high stress levels can raise blood pressure and worsen other risk factors. Knowing that the body is being checked and monitored by professionals reduces anxiety and helps people live more confidently. For communities, regular checkups are important because they reduce the overall burden of kidney disease. When people catch conditions early, they avoid costly treatments and hospitalizations, which helps both families and healthcare systems. Screening programs in workplaces, schools, and local clinics make it easier for everyone to access preventive care and build awareness about kidney health. Sharing these practices across society ensures that fewer people reach the advanced stages of disease, which benefits everyone. In conclusion, getting regular checkups is not just a routine task, but a powerful habit that protects the kidneys and prevents silent diseases from becoming life-threatening. By detecting early signs of trouble, providing medication management, offering personalized lifestyle advice, and building accountability, these visits give the kidneys the best chance to remain strong and effective throughout life. Even if a person feels healthy, routine monitoring is essential because kidney problems often appear late and silently. Regular checkups empower people to take control of their health, preserve their kidney function, and build a foundation for a longer, healthier life.